He is highly regarded for his exceptional abilities to drive and lead agile business and digital transformation across North America, Europe, and Africa. With over a decade of consulting experience working in Deloitte and Accenture, he has guided companies across various sectors in overcoming complex business challenges and enhancing value they provide to their clients and stakeholders. His deep expertise in business analysis, product management strategy, change management, and business agility has made him a pivotal force in delivering large-scale enterprise-wide products and mission-critical initiatives. He holds multiple certifications and is accredited to teach courses in business analysis, project management, and Agile Scrum. So this is the interesting part. He has trained over 3,500 professionals, spoken at numerous conferences, and mentored many leaders and professionals through transformative mindset shifts. And now I'll hand over to our facilitator, Bola Adesope. Over to you, please.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's good to have you here.
Okay. Let's hope that I get to share my screen right now. Can you see it?
Yes, it's coming up. Yes, it's visible now.
All right. So, I honestly, I don't think anybody was interested in, that part of the session about who I am. I think they're more interested in. Say that again.
Don't say that, please.
No. So
I'm sure there are several people.
I said that because I kind of have a slide, just summary, 30 seconds kind of thing. But I appreciate you, Ruka. Thanks a lot for that introduction. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend is going okay. So I sent a topic to David, rethinking business analysis using the BACCM model or framework. But while I was putting this slide together, I thought about a modification to my topic. As against rethinking, I thought that we should reimagine it. And see, this is not a session to listen. This is a session to get your hand on the keyboard. This is not a session to take notes. This is a session to think, imagine, and work. So it's going to be a lot of hand on the keyboard kind of experience. You heard my introduction. Speaker, consultant, trainer, coach. I used to teach at a college in Ontario. Stopped doing that. Worked in a lot of. My background is actually in consulting, so I spent a lot of time working in consulting. Experience cuts across North America, Europe, and Africa. Again, why I was saying, don't talk so much. If you really want to get to connect with me, you can just scan this QR code, and then you get to hear things that I have to share. In 2022, IIBA made a list of 9 top business analysts to watch, and I was one of them. So that's really cool. But let's get into your session. I understand fundamentally that one of the elements of human productivity is relationship. As business analysts, you have to understand that relationship because we're always working with stakeholders. But underneath that, there's a lot of diagnostics. And most of those diagnostics are not statistically significant. It's not so much about the number, but the quality. You knowing your stakeholder helps to engage with them, help to manage them. So I want to apply the same concept in my presentation. I want to do an assessment of the experience level of the people that we have in this class. You can think about that as a psychographic profiling. That's fine. Now, the reason why I want to know is to be able to tailor my presentation to your experience or expectation. So if you've got your phone, I'll invite you to join this poll. You can just scan the QR code that you're seeing, or you can go to slido.com. Go to slido.com, and it's going to ask you for the pin. Just put 3983860961. So we have someone in. I'm going to give 60 seconds for this. We have one person in, and they are emerging. So that's really cool. I give another, say, 45 seconds for us to see the people that we have here. So we have emerging business analyst, and that's really cool. Okay, we have leading business analyst, and that's really cool. We have a lot of emerging business analysts, So that's cool. That's cool. 30 more seconds I want to give. 30 more seconds. I'm not using this for anything but to tailor and customize my approach and my presentation. All right, cool. We listen, we don't judge. FYI, we listen, we don't judge. All right, so we have a lot of emerging business analysts here. We have few novice, people who don't really know anything about business analysts. We have an expert. Okay. We have more novice. We have few beginners coming in. All right. So this is good. Thank you. I will not consider myself an expert in anything. Assuming the position of an expert comes from the mindset of I have everything and I know everything and I don't think there's really nothing else that I need to know. I always adopt the beginner, the emerging mindset. So because it gives me room to take in more information. Because here's the deal. The more you know, the more you realize that you don't know. So that's good. This is very good for my style of presentation. Reimagining business analysis, using the business analysis core concept model. Another poll, and this you have to type. Based on what you know, based on what you've read, based on what you've learned, based on what you're doing, what do you think business analysts do? Getting here, I need this actually because it's going to shape the presentation. I need this. I need the inputs here a lot. What do business analysts do? Don't define business analysis based on your understanding, based on, okay, yeah, nice. So I'm seeing they help facilitate change, current state, gap, synthesize information to ensure a shared understanding. Nice. I'm liking a lot of the things that I'm seeing here. All right. Okay, so this is a little stakeholder thing, business bridge. Okay, so I'm good. This is good. Okay, so this is fine. You can put in more. This is fine. Now let me give you an understanding of the value and the placement of business analysis within an organizational context. Oh, I cannot annotate. What? I can't annotate. Oh my. Okay, let me try and see if there is something. So I'm going to stop sharing. I need to annotate. I need to write, but looks like I can't do that. So I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Why can't I annotate? Does anybody know why? Why I can't annotate? Oh my. Okay, all right. So let's look at a simple organizational model. Irrespective of the type of organization, whether commercial, whether social, every organization runs this model. There is a company, and I want to engage you. Why do you think businesses, organizations, companies exist? If you can put it in the chat, that will be awesome. Why do businesses, companies, organizations exist? If you're fine to unmute yourself and talk, to solve problems. So I'm saying Michael Kayode, to solve problems, to address needs, to provide a solution to a need. Thanks, Olubumi Oshoko. I want to believe that. To fill a need. Awesome. 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 To make profit. Okay, nice. So few things are coming in now. To make profit, to make a profit, to provide services. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's think about this. Let's call this organization ABC Inc. ABC Inc. The reason why ABC Inc. exists today is because there is a space. It's because there is a market. It's because there is a geography or a demography. There is a location. And in that location, there are people. In that geography, there are people. In that space, in that market, there are people. And those people have a problem. Those people have a need. There is a gap. There is a limitation in that space. And some smart guys came together and created ABC Inc. as a business with the sole responsibility of addressing the need in that market, of solving the problem that those people have. That's why organizations originally are formed. How satisfied the people in the market is based off of how their problems have been solved and their needs have been addressed. How satisfied they are is what determines whether the organization makes profit or not. That's what determines that. But before that ABC Inc. can solve the problem that these guys have, can address the need that this market has, they need to put in place an internal set of capabilities. That internal set of capabilities will have people. You can call them employees, you can call them staff, you can call them team members and all of those things. We have people. Those people will leverage technology in whatever it is that they need to do. And then the people and the technology will be driven by a set of processes. And when those guys work together, when they utilize the processes, when the technologies function well, they will create some sort of product, some sort of service to this market, to these people. And when these people are fine with the product, with the service that ABC Inc. is delivering to them, then they can give the company money. This is really how any and every organization is structured, whether it's for profit or not for profit. The only difference between for profit and not for profit is the money is not coming from the people in that space. The money is not coming from the people who have that need or who have that problem. There are some other guys who feel the pulse of the people and won't mind paying ABC Inc. to be able to solve those guys' problem. So this is good. This is good. This is simple. This is simple. But we know life is not that simple. We know things are not that straightforward. Because just down the road, there's some really bad guys. Really bad guys. We call them competitors. Those guys are targeting the same market. They're shadowing the same customers. They're trying to get the attention of the same people that we're servicing, that we're providing for. And you know, when you're trying to get the attention of someone, all other things equal, one way to do that is to deliver or give them more than what they're currently getting. You know, when I was in uni, I had this girl that I really liked. But she had a boyfriend. Really stupid guy. She had a boyfriend. And I wanted this girl. Damn. You know, I went to OAU, Obafemi University, Ife, by the way. And I wanted this babe. And I started shadowing. I started sensing. I realized that this stupid guy was taking the girl to a fancy restaurant at least once a week. Once a week. And I approached the girl and I said, babe, you know, I can take you to that same fancy restaurant at least 3 times a week. You know, the guy, you know, will put you on a bike. You know, I can Uber you to your lecture. And then the girl started looking at my side, started giving me attention, started picking my call. So I say, okay, well, maybe I can, you know, read together with you at amphitheater. Maybe I can invite you to my church. Maybe I can do all of those things. Now, put all of that back to businesses. Bring that back to businesses. We are currently delivering to these customers, ABC Inc., currently delivering to this customer, having a 2-day turnaround time. It takes ABC Inc. 2 days to deliver a particular product or service to these customers. Those bad guys will say, you know what? I can deliver it to you in 1 day. Because they need to get the attention. And let's face it, let's be honest with ourselves. There is nothing called loyalty. There's nothing called loyalty. Underneath loyalty is continuous value delivery. I'm not going to stay with you as a bank if you're charging me 20 pounds per month as service charge, but another bank is giving me 10 pounds. And it's about the same. I'm not going to freaking stay with you except I own the bank or my mom owns the bank. So these guys will say, we'll do it in 1 day. What that means is we need to find a way to move from 2-day turnaround time to 1 day turnaround time. And we have to do something different. We can't continue to have the people process technology interaction the way we currently have it and expect us to move from 2-day turnaround time to 1-day turnaround time. We have to do something different. And guess what? That's where business analysis comes in. Business analysis goes in here and tries to unpack that internal capabilities, try to unpack the way the people are leveraging the technology and the processes, and it's giving us 2-day turnaround time, and find a way, find what we can do to be able to move from that 2-day turnaround time to 1-day turnaround time. You know, I use the language that they use. You need to first understand the current states. The future state, we know the goal is 1-day turnaround time. What are the things that we can do to be able to move from 2-day turnaround time to 1-day turnaround time? How do we appear in the future to be able to deliver in 1 day? That's what business analysis is on one end. On the other end, we realize that these people are leaving our organization, again, because there's some bad guys who see that, you know, Amarachi, for example, Ifeanyi, for example, Lillian, for example, work with ABC Inc., and they're really smart people. And this company is trying to get into the same space. I mean, they're going to come for the people who are working in those leading companies. So every month, ABC Inc. started losing 2 people. Every month. And guess what? ABC has to do something to be able to change that. Ladies and gentlemen, business analysis will come in and try and see what we can do to move from losing 2 people in a month to maybe even not losing anybody at all. That, again, is business analysis within the context of an organization, constantly helping to improve, constantly helping to make better. Now, let me, just for the sake of definition, just for the purpose of definition, I kind of don't really like that, but just for the sake of definition, there are 2 organizations, 2 institutions that I can call authorities in the field of business analysis. IIBA, International Institute of Business Analysis, you probably all know them. If you don't know them, please know them from now. They have a definition for business analysis. They said it's the practice of enabling change. When you move from 2-day turnaround time to 1-day turnaround time, what you experience is change. When you move from losing 2 people in a month to losing 1 person in a quarter, that is a change. You make that change happen. And it's not one thing, something that is done once and for all. It's a practice of enabling change within an enterprise. It can be the entire ABC Inc. It can be within a division of ABC Inc. It can be within a department of ABC Inc. It can be on a product line of ABC Inc. Now, how do you make change happen? Nobody just wakes up and says, hey, I want to move from A to B. By first defining needs, understanding what exactly is the issue, what exactly are the opportunities, and then recommending solutions. And those solutions must add value to the stakeholders. So this is a cool definition. I don't totally have anything against it. This is a cool definition. But another organization that I also respect, PMI, they have a definition of business analysis. They said it's the set of activities performed to support the delivery of solution. Now you see solution there, you see solution here. And that solution must align to the objective of the organization. The overarching objective is to continue to deliver value to an organization, to a market, to a space, to solve problems. Profit is actually a result. And provide continuous value to the organization. So I really like this definition. I really, really like this definition. Now I'm going to go back very quickly and check what we got here. What business analysts do. Synthesize information to ensure a shared understanding. Well, that's part of it. Problem solving, totally. Bridging the gap between business and technical teams, that's also cool. Work with stakeholders to achieve business needs, absolutely. Identify business needs, facilitate change. I kind of like that a lot. Facilitate change, and every other thing that we have here. Now, who are the people that you can work with as a business analyst? Oh, you know what? Before that, let's do a chat storm again. Who do business analysts work with within an organization? Please put it in the chat. Let me see where your mind is. Again, what I'm doing is I'm helping us to reimagine business analysis or rethink business analysis. So who are the people that business analysts typically work with within an organizational context? If you can put it in the chat, I will appreciate that. So let's be a bit more specific. So stakeholder is super generic. Let's be a bit more specific. All right, SMEs, yeah, primary stakeholder. So I like this stakeholder, but it's a super generic term. Okay, sponsor, solutions architect, dev team, scrum masters, product owner, C-suite and technical team, X, Y, and Z, now a project team, project management, testers, UX, designers. I like that. But a lot of PM, senior management, I wanted to get into your head because I want you to reimagine business analysis. The general belief, the general understanding, albeit a myth, is that business analysts work pretty much on projects. So they work with PMs and testers and all this implementation thing. So I wanted to get into your head and see. And I like a few things that I've seen here from Akinjole Bolaji. I like what you've put here. Inolua Obembe, I like what you put here as well. See, business analysis goes beyond projects. Now you have to rethink this. You have to reimagine this. As a business analyst, you can work with the board of directors of an organization. At that level, they're talking strategy and strategic objectives and all of that, but you can actually function there. I worked in Deloitte and Accenture for a bit, and a lot of the times I was performing business analysis function. I was playing business analysis role, and a few engagements, we actually worked with the C-level executives in the board of the organization, advising them on strategy-related matters. That's business analysis, defining needs, helping to chart the course for an organization. Although some people call those people management consultants, but they're actually business analysts. You can work with senior management where you're trying to drive change and trying to recommend 1 or 2 solutions that they should implement out of the 5, 6, helping them to conduct feasibility study, the viability of an idea, helping to deliver business cases that will help them to make informed decision. Should we do A, B, or C? Business analysts will come in and work with the leadership of the organization and identify the pros and the cons and document those things in a business case that provides justification, that helps in decision making. That's still business analysis. And of course, a lot of the things that I heard from here are within project. So you can see that circle project, where you work with the sponsor to come up with the budget, you work with the project manager, to define the scope of the project. And, I don't like to use the word gather requirements, you know what I mean? You work with the developers in understanding the product and the processes, you work with testers, all of this, right? And they also work with the end users. But if there is anything that you're going to take out of today's session, it's the fact that business analysis goes beyond projects. I know someone mentioned, someone put a chart here saying, oh, sorry, not report a problem, sorry. Someone put a chart here, it says impact measurement tool. I'm thinking maybe this is benefit realization, benefit management, benefit tracking kind of thing. I think Jolie, please confirm if that's exactly what you're trying to do. And that's exactly it. After the project has been completed and the solution is in operation, can we track the return on investment, and can we track the benefit that we're getting? And if needed, let's find how we can improve that benefit. So you have business analysts playing in all of this, laying the foundation. Now, one big thing, and this is where we're going to spend a lot of time. One big thing, in my own judgment and assessment, the most impactful addition to the field of business analysis is the introduction of the core concept model. It's a conceptual framework that helps to define business analysis and helps practitioners to use common terminologies in understanding business analysis. At the core of what we do is enabling change. So you see change there. But nobody changes without a need. You know, where I come from, there's a saying, nobody names a female child Kumolu without a reason. The folks who are not Yoruba, I apologize. Marachi, Ruke, I apologize on that. But it says like, nobody decides to just lose weight without a reason. Maybe you're trying to do like, summer body, or maybe you feel like you're not healthy. There's always a need. Although my daughter does things without any need, but let's park that for a minute. So the need can be a problem, or it can be an opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be a problem. It can be an opportunity. It can be something that the organization can do to further advance the achievement of their objective. And solution is that way to actually address that need for the organization to be able to experience change. There are people within the problem space. There are people within the solution space. They're called stakeholders. Understanding those people, engaging with them effectively, is also at the core of business analysis. Now, we can deliver the best technology. If it doesn't add value to the stakeholders, we have not done anything. Constantly understanding what value is to the stakeholders when the solution is implemented. So that's that. And then context, something that works in the UK, the same thing, the same problem may not necessarily work in Canada, the same thing, the same problem, because of the enterprise environmental factor, because of the context in Canada. Understanding the market. I give you a story. Real life story. Again, what we don't want to do as business analysts is solve the wrong problem. So there was a guy who went into like a local place in Africa, name withheld. It's like a village. And this guy noticed that at 5 p.m., 5 p.m. on the dot, ladies will come together, 5, 6, 7, 8 ladies will come together. They will put buckets and clay pots on their head. They will walk 500 meters to a nearby river. 500 meters to a nearby river. They'll fetch water, they'll put it on their head, and they'll walk 500 meters back to their houses. And they'll repeat that for about 3 times every day. Every day. So this guy thought, hey, I see a need here. I see a problem here. And if you can put in the chat, what is the best thing to do to be able to solve that problem? Anyone, just put in the chat. Just put in the chat. Let's engage. What's the best thing? You know, instead of walking 500 meters to the stream and 500 meters back, what's the solution to that problem? Anyone? You can use the chat. Yeah, dig a borehole. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally. Any other thought? Build a borehole in the village. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's exactly what the guy did. That's exactly what the guy did. He said, I'm going to solve this problem. And he did this whole borehole, and he had a tap, and he made the tap to be central to the village. In fact, he did some really nice things. You know, the tap has cold water, warm water, and hot water. You can also control, you know, the pressure. Very digital. And then he launched it. And then he started watching. And he noticed something. He noticed that the ladies, after the launch, the ladies will still come together, will still walk 500 meters. In fact, they walk past the borehole. We still walk 500 meters. We still fetch water from the stream, put it in their head, and walk back 500 meters. So he got curious. Is it that they don't really understand the value of the usage of this? Or they don't even know that it exists? So he decided to engage them. And he said, hey, I see that you do this. Say, yes. Did you notice what I did that we want to? Yes. Do you know what you can get from it? Do you know it has, you know, hot water, cold water, warm water? Do you know you can control the pressure? You know it's just about 100 meters from your houses. But why are you still going to the stream? And then this guy said, our problem is not walking to the stream. We actually use that time to engage. We actually use that time to socialize, because in the morning, everybody will go to the farm. We'll all come back from the farm at 4 p.m. and we have different locations. And then from 6:15, 6:30 p.m., it will be time to start making dinner. So the only time that we have to engage, the only time that we have to socialize, the only time that we have to meet, I mean, it's a village, no phone, is that time. So we actually use that time as an opportunity for us to engage. So the distance is not our problem. So the guy saw the need, albeit he didn't really, you know, articulate it, built a solution, expecting a change that the stakeholders, but no value. So again, as business analysts, we don't just want to build solutions. We want to ensure that the solution, all the hard work for nothing, for nothing. We call that solving the wrong problem. Solving the wrong problem. So these 6 things define what business analysis is all about. Now, is it time for us to do some work. So I'm going to put a link in the chat. So I think I'll first stop sharing. And I'm going to put a link in the chat. Now it's time to help create 4 breakout rooms, or maybe 3 breakout rooms. So root cause, there's so many things that wasn't done. There's so many things that wasn't done. So I put a link in the chat. Who's going to help? Is it Ruka? Who's going to help? Can we create 4 breakout rooms? 4 breakout rooms. Now, what we want to do in the breakout room, I've created a case study, a very simple case study. It shouldn't take you more than 2 minutes to read. I think I'll share my screen again. Share. If I was going to share window, screen, and I'll say share this one. So this is the case study. You can just go to 6.io/DOBAC. That's where the case study is. That's what the case study is. It's not long, right? It's not long. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this case study. This is a typical problem that organizations face. And in the breakout room, we have 4 teams. If you're in breakout room A, this is your canvas. For breakout room B, this is your canvas. For breakout room C, and then for breakout room D. Now, what we will do is we will read the case study 2 minutes, and then you grab stickers from here, and then you use this business analysis core concept model to analyze this case study. Now, we're using Miro. If you're not familiar with Miro, don't try and learn here. In your team, in your room, try and get someone who knows how to use Miro and let them hold the pen. Let them be the one to hold the pen. You grab stickers here, and for that case study, what are the changes that we're trying to drive? You put them here. What are the needs? You put that here. Who are the stakeholders? You put them here. What value do we seek to deliver? You put that here. And what's the context? Let the person who knows how to use Miro in your team be the person to do all of the typing and the moving, but do participate. I have used this as a team learning framework for an organization. When a project is about to start, I say gather as many people as possible into the room and use these to understand what the project is about, what we're trying to deliver, the people that we need to engage with. So, any question? Are we able to get the breakout room? Are we able to, the breakout room? Okay, nice. I can see that we have a breakout room now, yeah? So in the breakout room, please, I'm not going to join. Breakout room is available. Okay, thank you, David. So get into breakout room. If your room is 1, that means you are in team A. If you are in 2, that means you're in team B, that kind of thing. I'll try and move it around in the breakout room just to see what's happening. All right, let's see. I know we have just an hour and a half here, but I want us to get some hands on the keyboard, roll up your sleeve and work kind of thing. So let me know how people are doing. Have they left the breakout room? Are they in there?
Okay, so we've sent out invites for people to join various rooms. Yes, so they're joining now.
All right, cool stuff. Oh, thank you. David was helping me with how to share. Uh, Take the annotation. Sorry, but thanks. Looks like we have few folks here who are not in the breakout room yet. Uh, Maybe, I'm gonna check if anything is going on in the breakout room. Hmm. Okay, I see some people in Miro. I'm seeing them, but I don't see. Well, maybe they're still reading the case study. This is way better when people get hands on the keyboard and they do this stuff. Mm, mm. So this is what I think. I know we have max 90 minutes. If by 7:57 we don't see much in Miro, I will say let's bring everybody back and then we just do the work. Come up the activity for the session. They don't know what to do in one of the rooms. Okay, what room is it? Tell me. I can go, David. I can go into the room. What room is that? What room are they confused? I see Petunia. Hey, how are you? Someone requested help, so I'm gonna. Ouch. Can I go to room 2? Can I go to room 2? Someone is requesting help in room 2.
Okay, I'll move you to room 2 now.
Okay. With the opportunity to be able to come back. Oh, you know what?
I am in breakout. I'm sorry. I'm in breakout room 2. There's no one there. I mean, I'm the only one sitting in breakout 2.
Okay, you know what? Let's bring everybody back. Let's bring everybody back. Let's close.
Okay.
Yeah, let's close the breakout room. Let's bring everybody back. let's just do that that one time thing. Yeah, let's bring everybody back. Yeah, let's bring everybody back. Okay, we can close all the breakout rooms. Let's close all the breakout rooms.
We will not finish at my side, sir.
You finished?
No. We're still hydrating or brainstorming.
Oh,
The call
brainstorm.
dropped off. We don't know what happened.
Yes,
I think the time was
Yeah, I got kicked off the call, and yeah. Okay.
Like we haven't identified the problems.
Okay. Don't worry. It's okay. It's a bit more chaotic than I thought. It's a bit more
We were in the
chaotic.
breakout room, and we got kicked out.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, guys, calm down. Can someone play Rama, calm down? Don't play Rama, calm down. Calm down. Okay. Yeah. Apparently it's more logistically, complex than I thought. It's okay. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through this very quickly. And I need you to participate. So I'm just facilitating. Put in the chat, talk. If I see something in the chat and I need to question it, I'll question it. But did everybody get a chance to read the case study? At least. Did we get a chance to read the case study? All right. Okay. Cool stuff. So let us go. All right. Cool. Hopefully you can see my screen. Can you? Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool stuff. So let me try to join back so that I can see what you're doing. So I'm joining from my iPad.
Someone has hands up, eh?
Say that again.
Someone has their hand up.
Okay. Please can go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah, someone's got a question. Please go ahead. Who's the person?
Chaplain.
Okay, yeah. So someone had their hand up. Please go up. Go ahead. All right. So let's go.
It's an old hand, legacy hand. No question.
Legacy. All right. Cool. So someone said to increase the view. Is this better? Is this better?
yes, please. Thank you.
All right. Okay, cool. So let's get into this very quickly because of our time. There's someone that's still typing. Let's move first to the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders in that case study?
Staff.
You can say that again.
Staff. Employees.
Okay. Yeah, employees, right? Yeah. Okay. Another one?
6 dots.
Okay, yeah. 6 dot organization. Another?
Canteen manager.
Absolutely. Canteen manager. Oh, I don't know.
Delivery boy.
Delivery boy, correct. Delivery boy. Yeah. The chefs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other? The company, the payroll team. Absolutely, you're the payroll officer. Because of deductions, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The canteen management, the IT team, the developer.
Yeah. The job.
So, you know, it would have been really cool if employees, if we did
The
this
chefs.
breakout room. The chefs. So we have the chefs here. Absolutely, we have the chefs here. The developers, who else? The web developers, the customer. So who will be the customer for you? Chaplain, who will be the customer for you? Finance team. Yeah, I'm looking into the canteen management, which can be the canteen manager, delivery boy, and all. The company, so that's that. The company management, I'll put management here. Now, see, let's talk about stakeholders. Anybody, there's a difference between the end users and stakeholders. Anybody that you will interact with, that you will engage with, that you will collaborate with in the delivery of this online system is a stakeholder. Not just the users or the customers. So the developers, the business analysts, you're going to work with the developers. The testers, you're going to work with the testers. The employees are going to be the ones to use it. The six-dot management, they have something. The canteen manager, the delivery boy, who needs to know who wants their food or other delivered. The chef, the payroll officers, who want to know how many times did David eat today and what did David order this week, so that I can take that out of David's payment. Any and everybody that you will engage with, that you need something from as a business analyst, is your stakeholder. Is your stakeholder. The IT team, totally, which have broken down into developers, testers, the domain subject matter experts, and all of those. The finance team, absolutely, totally. All right, good. So let's go into the
So
name.
what about the customer representative?
Yeah, absolutely. If they are different from the employees here, we can also have them in. Totally. Absolutely. Maybe even HR, the general HR, different from payroll. Let's get into the needs. Let's get into the needs. Let's get into the needs. So I saw someone here. The need in this case is a problem. Is a problem. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there by saying save time, reduce food wastage, and all of those things. But that's actually like maybe the benefits. The need is long waiting time, unavailability of choice, wastage of food, you know, and all of those things, lack of satisfaction, and all of those problems, because those are the things the solution will try to address. All right. Now let's quickly do this. I see Edric, I hope that's how to pronounce the name. You put some really cool things here. Yeah, long waiting time at the canteen. So that's one need. What's another? Convenience. Can you speak a little more on that? Convenience, what does that mean? Food wastage. Absolutely. Reduced productivity. Let's find one more need. One more need. Space von Geets. What does that mean among me? Okay. Also maybe canteen size, and then of course long wait time is also the same as long queue. What is the change that we're driving? Anyone? What is the change that we're driving? What is the change that we're driving? So I'm saying from manual to digital, I'm saying comfortability. Now, again, think about this. Change is an act of transformation. An act of transformation. We used to this, now we do this. That's what the change is. Canteen ordering system will be the solution, Lillian. Canteen ordering system will be the solution. So change, for example, can be automated ordering and delivery. That can be changed. Now, the solution is pretty simple. Let's focus quickly on value. Again, I'm conscious of time. Let's look at value. Value can also be benefits, right? So let's talk about at least 5 values. Okay, yeah. So reduce food wastage, and we can quantify this by maybe 75%. If we want to quantify it, we can quantify it once we have enough data. Okay. Time saving. So we can do that. Employee satisfaction, absolutely. Employee satisfaction, although we can then break this down. Oh, I don't know how to type. Satisfaction. Cost reduction and enhanced decision making. Enhanced decision making. All right, great. Cool stuff. So this is how you use the business analysis core concept model to analyze and position this case study. One company that we advised late last year, Q3 last year, they had a lot of problems, had a lot of issues. People will say, well, a project has started and we don't even know anything about the project. Just got an email and said you've been assigned to this project. And then Michael Kaide is saying, oh, I don't even know how this project started, nothing about. So we designed this. We designed this very simple model to say, once a project is about to start, get people together for the team learning. You probably have some documentation about the project. And then use this, everybody, not one person creating it, everybody in the room, understand what the project is all about. The problem that we're trying to solve, so that you don't do pipe-borne water or borehole where people don't need it. You identify the stakeholders that you need to engage with, that you need to work with, you need to collaborate with. And from stakeholder collaboration, you know that the way you relate with the developers is not the same way you relate with the stakeholder, with the 6-dot management, not the same way you relate with the chefs or the delivery boy. But the first problem is not even identifying the delivery boy as a stakeholder. So you're not able to engage them. And if you can't engage them, the solution won't have what they need. And if the solution doesn't have what they need, then the solution is a failure. And if the solution fails, see, I'm going to blame the BA first, and then, of course, the PM. Whether it's an implementation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, you can actually leverage this very simple core concept model to get shared understanding, to get alignment, team learning on whatever it is that you're working on. It's a conversation starter. We don't have time. I actually had more activities that I was hoping that we would provide. For example, I had this where I said, now let's do a little bit of stakeholder analysis. Now pick all of those stakeholders that you've created here and then sort of like analyze them. One of the biggest things that we need to understand as BAs is stakeholder engagement. Stakeholder engagement. Because they're the ones who have the needs. They're the ones who will use the solution. They're the ones who determine what value is, amongst other things. So if you don't understand them, if you don't analyze them, don't even understand their personality and their profile, you may not be able to engage with them effectively. And if you don't engage with them effectively, you don't get all that you need. And then I thought we're also going to be able to do something, just say, okay, you know what, in your group, just come up with at least 15 requirements from that case study. And I was going to analyze those requirements. But we don't have a lot of time. And I also have been told that we have max an hour and a half. So I want to leave few minutes for questions, maybe 5 minutes for questions, so that I can have about 10 minutes to hand it back to Ruke or Amarachi or the guys from the DOBAC. Any question before I wrap it up? Any question? Any question? Come on, don't tell me you don't have questions. Come on. Come on, that's not possible. Come on. Come on. I think Chaplain's got their hand up. Okay, so someone saying, can we have access to this? Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. But Chaplain, that's how to pronounce the name, right? Your hand is up. We can take a question. If you can unmute yourself and talk, will be cool.
Yes, my question is regarding stakeholder analysis. In most cases, you'll find that you've got the primary stakeholders and secondary stakeholders. So my question is around how do you involve the secondary stakeholders to interact with the primary stakeholders? You find that mostly there's conflict around managing different opinions around the primary stakeholders and the secondary stakeholders.
Yeah. So is your thanks for is your question how to get them to talk and work together, or your question is how to address their differing opinions?
It's more around addressing different opinions in terms of defining the scope.
Absolutely. So this is very straightforward. At the beginning of your project, you should have a governance structure. Your governance will have maybe your steering committee, or the change control board, or the change advisory board. If at any point in time you're having conflict between two stakeholders, and yes, after you've analyzed the stakeholder, they have like the same level of relevance, importance, and impact, then you meet with them to really understand why. I give you an example. So I was working on a project a few years ago. This project was to, and I'm talking a few years ago, this project was to implement an online trading portal for, stock exchange, online trading portal. As again, I'm talking 2017, 2016 kind of time. Before that portal, if you want to buy like stocks, for example, you send an email to the organization will forward that email to their equity traders. And then when the floor of the exchange opens, the equity traders will say, oh, you know what? Chaplin says to buy Tesla 500 units. And then once the floor opens, that person will buy it for you, and then you get your email and says, yeah, it's been bought for you. But now we said, no, let's take out that. Let's create a portal where once the floor of the exchange opens, using fixed protocol, the portal will connect to that exchange, and then you as an individual will log in and you see all the trades, you see all the calls, you see all the buy and all of those things, and then you can buy yourself. You know, I think there are so many portals that now do that right now. But at that time, we had a stakeholder from risk management, IT control actually, and then we have stakeholders from the equity traders. The equity traders said to us, once an investor logs into the portal, leave the portal active, leave the portal on for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes of inactivity, then they can be logged out. That idle time.
Okay.
Whereas risk management guys say after 90 seconds, they should be totally logged out. And they both had valid justification. The risk management guy says, you know, it's a transactional portal. People will have access to your investment, your assets, and all of those things. Just in case someone calls Bola and Bola stands up from his desk, another person can quickly come in and mess up their trade. And we don't want that to happen. So that's why they're saying limit it to 90 seconds. And that's cool. The equity traders, the people who actually trade on the floor of the exchange, said, you know what, we're there. We're there. At times, you see that the bid for a particular stock is going up. Like people want to buy, people want to buy, people want to buy. Before you jump on the bandwagon, you want to spend some time doing some research to see did they just have any management buyout, or is there like a change in their management? What's driving the demand for this? And that can take like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes before you actually get, you know, the information that you need. And one thing about stocks is the prices change fast. If you log out, you have to log in back, and you have to do your, you know, second level verification. That can take about 1.5 minutes, and you know, things may have changed. So we worked with both of them to document all of those things. We brought them together. They didn't agree. The equity trader still maintained 5 minutes. The risk management guy still maintained 90 seconds. And what we did, we put all of that together and we had a steering committee meeting. That's part of the governance. They are the ones who make the final decision on project activities. The sponsor, you know, and all of those guys, they are there. So we invited the two parties in the meeting. We helped to document their justifications and all of those things, and then we presented it. The two parties were also there, and they asked them questions, and at the end, they said we should go for 2 minutes, but also have, as part of their terms and conditions, something that indemnifies the organization to say, if anybody gets access to your account, is at your own, not the organization. So to answer your question, whenever you have conflicting requirement or conflicting opinion, you've worked with the two of them, you've brought them together, they're still not aligning, then you can take it to your governance. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Absolutely.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you.
Also, it also depends, right? I have to put it also depends on who those stakeholders are. For example, if there is a stakeholder who is a delivery boy and there's another stakeholder who is 6-dot management, the deliverer is saying, I want a 6-dot management is saying, I want the F delivery boy, man. Like, who are you? And that's really what this analysis I'm going to show you. That's what it actually helps you. Oh, why someone opening their mouth? I may have said something bad. I apologize. Oh, I can't share my screen anymore. Why? Anyways, that's what that, you know, impacts and interest matrix will help you to do, to identify who is that person that you just need to pay minimum attention to. You just need to inform the person that you need to keep satisfied, and the person that you need to keep work closely with. So that kind of like helps you to do that. Is that good for you? Okay, now I can't share my screen again, but I wanted to just wrap it up and show you something. Ruka, did you do anything that prevents me from sharing screen?
I didn't. Maybe you should stop sharing and share again.
Oh, I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing at this moment.
Okay. So try sharing again.
Okay, let me see. If it was something that I did, so I apologize. No, I can't see. Zig, 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 zig. Okay, settings. Yeah, it's something with six, 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 six. Yeah. Okay, I don't know, but let me try again. Yeah. Settings for this website to update permission, then refresh. Yeah, I can't share, but I just have like two more things. The first one is okay. Let me.
Okay, so I think we lost Bola for. All right, so I think we should just wait for him to join and continue the session.
Hold on. Can you hear me on this one?
Yes, but there is a feedback.
Sorry, I can't hear anything right now.
Yes, we are waiting for our facilitator to join back. So just give him a few minutes.
Thank you. All right, ma.
Is it good now?
Yes, perfect.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap up in 2 minutes. There are few of those times when I want to say I don't like Mark. Yeah, few of those times, most especially when you are using Google. It's still not asking me. It's still not allowing me to share. But any other question? Any other question? Let's just see if there's any other question. Screen sharing, Google Meet, Google Ask. Any other question from anyone?
Yes, there is a question from Peter on the
Okay,
chat.
Peter, lay it on me. Okay,
Yes,
can I see the chat? Or do you want to help me to read it?
Yes, let me read it. So it says, how well can a PA align well to contribute and drive strategy in an organization, since it is more than working on projects at times? That's the question.
Yeah. As a business analyst, if you are employed to work on a project, reflecting strategic thinking is a way to show that you're not just executing, you're not just implementing, you're also concerned about the strategy of the organization. How can you do that? Oh, we have this new project. We want to implement a CRM, for example, something very basic, something very simple. Now, as against saying, okay, great, I'm going to identify the stakeholders and I'm going to start planning how to, schedule sessions with them. You want to say, oh, what exactly is the objective of implementing these? From our strategy, when we're done with implementing this CRM, how will it help to move the needle in our strategic objective? If the organization has things like OKR, you're saying, oh, which of the key results or which of the strategic intent does this CRM align with? At least let's first understand that before we get into the requirement elicitation, requirement analysis. By asking those questions, you are moving. Yes, you're in the implementation, you're in the delivery, you're in the execution, but you're also letting them know that, yes, you understand things around strategy, strategic objective, and all of that. That's the way that I will approach this if I was not hired to work around strategy, but implementation as a business analyst.
All right, I think Peter got that. Any other questions? So we can wrap up. Any other questions? Okay, I think we are good.
Okay. So I wanted to share my screen and just get like some feedback and also show you something, but now I can't. Let me see if I can put that in the chat. I know someone was saying like this template, how can I get it? I can send you. I'm looking for chats now. Okay, my stuff is just so messed up. I apologize. Okay, right here. I can send you. If you feel this, I wanted to get some feedback from you. If you feel this, I can literally send you maybe the deck that I used and also the template. Again, it's a template. It's a popular framework by IIBA. It's in the DOBAC guide. I just adapted it to some of the work that I do. Give me a minute to just send that in. All right. So I have this. If you can just copy it and just just put in some words based off of your interaction. The technology really messed us up. I apologize, but I'll be happy to receive your feedback, and then I can flip this stuff, the template and stuff to you. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for being good spots. I hope you got something from this session, and I hope to connect with you. And yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Bola. Please let's send our appreciation messages, our reactions, just to appreciate Bola for the wonderful session. And if you are looking at getting more hands-on experience and practical, Bola will be organizing a program from February 2nd to April 25th. It's a duration of 12 weeks. So we'll be dropping more information regarding how you can register for the program on the community group. And then there is also another program is organizing. So it's a CBAP boot camp, and it will be happening from January 27th, which is next tomorrow, till March 12th. And it's a 7 weeks program. So all other information regarding these programs will be shared on the community platform. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate you taking our time to come and share with us. All right, so please let's follow Bola on LinkedIn. And if we have any questions, he will respond to us. Yes. And also, for more information regarding upcoming sessions, please ensure that you're following our community. Try to engage so you can get updates regarding sessions that we'll be having much later. So thank you, everyone, for being part of today's session. Thank you to the DOBAC team. And we look forward to more sessions. Thank you, everyone. And I think it's bye for now. David, do you want to say something? Okay. All right. So it's bye for now. So bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Bye. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.